Everyone? This is Barry Hogue from Diamonds to Dust coming to you guys live here on YouTube for the first time. I don't really know what I'm doing on here, but I thought I'd take some time out just to, experience this platform. We normally go live on Instagram and Facebook, but we figured, or I figured at least, I'd bring it over to YouTube. So, uh, how are you guys doing? That's what I want to know. This is what these sessions are about. This session is to figure out what's going on with you guys and, answer any questions you guys may have, at least for today. I have nothing crazy going on. What's going on, Christian? Shoot, you should be joining me on this. You know, yeah, I'm good. What about you, man? How's life? You know, but like I said, I'm here just to answer some questions and true that, man. True that. True that. Oh man. So depending on how many people come on here or whatnot, I'm just going to ramble, talk about stuff that I probably talked about on Instagram and Facebook before. And then each week, I'm going to come through with a different topic, either about the band or just how we operate or just stuff I feel like talking about. And, other members, they may get on here at different days, different times, but, it is what it is. I have no clue when we're releasing that album, man. We are in the process of, we go in July 9th to start recording vocals. We still have one instrumental left to record. So probably sometime this fall, maybe. The studio we go to is completely booked because everybody is trying to, get in there and do their projects. If this was just an EP, we would have been done a while ago. But, we're trying to bring that full length album to you guys. So, man, it looks like my head is just floating up in the air and whatnot. You know, so, like I said, I'm here to just ramble on. I ain't really got nothing interesting to say. Even though, yep, even though I don't think I'm the most interesting person, I can always give an interesting perspective. So, also, non-shameless plug, make sure you subscribe to us, make sure you go follow us on Instagram, make sure you go follow us on Facebook and Twitter, TikTok. Yes, we have a TikTok. We're going to be, putting more videos up on TikTok. If you like hip hop and rap, go follow my personal channel, the official Barry Hogue. I'm going to be putting up a lot more rap and hip hop related videos over there because that is something I'm very into as well. And and then guys, if you got specific content you want us to, you know, create, let us know. I was thinking about doing this every day, on a different platform, streaming, YouTube on Tuesdays, Instagram on Wednesdays, and then, on Thursdays doing Facebook. I don't think I'm going to do all that. I think I'm going to just stream live from all platforms within the same day. So if I have the time for it. So after I get off of here, I'm probably gonna go to Instagram, and then after I'm off of Instagram, I'm gonna go to Facebook. You know, but you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna do exactly what I just said a second ago, but I'm going to go into one of the topics that I did have planned today, and that is, you know, somebody asked me, what it's like not only to be in a band, but to start a band and to make moves when it comes to a band. And, you know, it's a lot of hard work. Being in a band is amazing. It's nice having um, a group of people that's working towards one goal, trying to, put out a project for the world to hear and, have people like it. And so far, we're doing pretty well. We have some success. It's not like it's the greatest success in the world, but it is to us, and that's because we worked hard at doing this, and that's the biggest key: working hard. I know there's a lot of bands that start or just individual artists that they don't take their projects serious enough. They don't want to go get professional recordings. They don't want to spend the right amount of money to get the project going. They just don't want to do all that. And then when it shows or they don't progress in any way, then they get upset or they want to quit. And getting upset and quitting, I can understand it getting upset and getting frustrated because you want to grow quickly. I've been at this for 6 years, and we are now just hitting a milestone, just getting to a point where people are starting to take us serious, and that is because, you know, there were things that was going on with us. We had constantly every project new members. So why would people take us seriously? Is if they're just like, oh, there's only two or three original members, and the other three are consistently coming in and coming out. Especially when it's the vocals on every album. The album changed until the vocals changed until recently, where now it's consistent. I believe it's our third album, or fourth album where it's the vocals are consistent. You know, people see that. People don't like change like that. So, consistency is key when it comes down to putting out a project. You know, good recording. If you can't do the recording yourself, the greatest, go to someone who can make it come out. You basically, when you release a project, if you can't hear a record label putting out that project, you probably, should look to get better quality. That's all it is. And I'm not saying that you have to spend millions of dollars on it, but take your craft seriously. Put that money into it that you need it to be successful. You know, and don't complain about people's prices. Yes, look for the best deal possible, but if someone is telling you, "Oh, my rate is $50 an hour," well, guess what? It's $50 an hour. Pay it. Just don't be cheap. We literally just spent over 10 grand on equipment. Just so when we play live, we sound professional. Because what's the point of going up on stage with a combo amp that sounds like, you're playing from your bedroom and trying to wow a crowd of 100 people? They're gonna look at you and just like, yo, really? You know. The next thing is practice. Practice your craft. Practice all the time. Why wouldn't you want to practice to make yourself sound as great as possible? And I'm not saying that you're not going to make mistakes on stage and whatnot, but you got to practice. All you got to do is practice 15 minutes a day. Some people think you got to practice hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. Nah, 15 minutes a day. And you just run through your material. After you run through it, you know, think about the mistakes you made, work on those mistakes that you made. You know, what's going on, man? Unfortunately, I do not understand what you just wrote. Um, but if you could somehow translate it for me, I'll be happy to answer your question, my good sir. But just do what you have to do to make your project a success. Like I said before, putting the amount of money into your craft, and I know doing it by yourself or even in a group can be very expensive. But you got to think about it. Why do you think your favorite band or even your favorite local band gets to that next level? Because they're constantly refining and, like I said, putting money into it. You have to want this. If you don't want it, how can you expect other people to want it? You got to put it out there. And the next thing is, you got to put out good music and take some criticism. You know, just because you think it's good, and I am definitely this type of person, it doesn't mean that everybody else would. I've, especially when I got started, I had people tell me, "Yo, I'll write your songs for you," and I'm like, "Nah, I could do it I could do it myself." You know, and then until I actually put out a good song, and then I listen to my old stuff, I'm like, "Damn, I understand why people were saying, oh, they need to help me with my songs. My music was trash." I have no qualms about saying my music was trash once. Shoot, sometimes some of the music we release, I write, I'd say about, you know, before at least 90% of the music. Now that's being divvied up. It's more like, I'd say 40, 50% of the music now. But shoot, even some of the songs that are right now, I'm like, man, this song, I can't release this song. It's gonna sound bad, And then we release it and people love it, and I'm like, really? You guys like this? All right, cool. But I'm my own worst critic. I always listen to my song at least like hundreds of times. No exaggeration. I If you was to go and check my iPod, yes, I still use an iPod. Hook it up to my computer, it'll show you that I've listened to, a song before we've released it about 100 and something times, just so I can fix those nuances to make the song that much better. And that's what you got to do. You just gotta go in there and work hard at it, and you will succeed over time. But you gotta want it. You gotta make sure you can put some kind of money into it. You gotta make sure you practice. You gotta make sure you want this. If you don't want it, if you are looking to do this as a hobby, that is fine. But do not complain that you're at a certain level. Don't get me wrong, you can still, strike gold and go viral, and all of a sudden you get that success, but that's few and far between. Most people, it takes years. What did they say? It takes 5, 10, 15 years to become an overnight success. That saying is very true because, some band will blow up on the scene and you're just like, yeah, this band just came out of nowhere. And in reality, the band's been grinding for 10 years. It's like, wow. You know, so, like I said, this is my first time going live on YouTube. So I didn't want to make this too long. I'm going on Instagram after this. If you guys want to come over there, and like I said, if you guys got questions, concerns, anything like that, always feel free to ask. We try to get back to respond to every comment, respond to every message. You know, Sometimes we don't get back to everybody, and if you feel like we didn't answer your question, hit us up. We're not scary. We don't bite. You know, um, and depending on how complicated the question is too, we'll try to answer it the best we can. So on that note, I'll be back here next week with an actual topic, and I'll be on here for about an hour. About an hour. Like I said, this was more like a test to see how it would be going live on YouTube. I'm going to be here every Tuesday between 11 and 1. So, I don't even want to say that. I'll start at noon. Every Tuesday at noon, I'll be here. Then at 1, I'll be on Instagram. And then Wednesdays, I'll probably be on Facebook. Had to switch up the schedule a little bit due to, getting a new job. So, with all that said, you guys stay blessed. We love you. And, keep us in mind. Again, we got that album coming. We are working on it hard. We are starting vocals. We got one more instrumental to write. It is just taking some time because it is very difficult to get in the studio right now. Because, again, everybody's trying to release an EP or an album due to, COVID holding people up. So, again, all you guys, I'll see you next week. And if you want to hear more of this topic, just go over to Instagram. All right? Deuces.